Welcome back to MCOC Al Bundy Rules. I got the new buff tutorial for Daredevil Hell's Kitchen for y'all. Broke it down to 9 different parts. Make sure you see them all so you properly use this. Looking at synergies, you see a good one here on Fist Downfall. Could be very good. Gives Daredevil heavy attack 1.5 seconds to where they were missed. Also gives some good synergy to Spider-Gwen as well. Secret of a Hand's another pretty good looking one right there. The Disorient debuff, you will see that pop up on some of the fights ahead. Rule of Law, right there. Special attacks 20% chance to inflict a stun debuff, nice. And Strength of the Martyrs. This one gives heavy attack cruelty buff for 60% duration. So nice stuff right there. Some good unique ones. On the next part here, part 2, we got the beginning of the fight. You see, entering the fight, you have the indefinite passive combo shield, meaning unlike many other of those who have a combo meter going on, once you get hit, it does not get wiped down. In fact, if you get hit once, it just knocks it down once. And I'll show you for each hit you get, it goes down. I'm going to show you how to build up and down. Controlling that is a big part of using Daredevil properly. So the combo shield protects it. You see it just goes down 1. You hit him, it goes up 1. You get hit, it goes down 1. There's other ways to make larger impacts on that. Spending the combos. Heavy attacks, I'm going to get more into heavy attacks soon, but it spends 10 combo meters. So I'll show you exactly what they do more and why that's important. But each heavy removes the 10 as we see right there. It helps you manage your combo meter while also giving some good cruelties. Special 2 is also going to remove 15. That's important to know too, and I'm going to explain later as to why. But again, managing the combos. Number 4, Murdoch Boy. So he really has 2 different modes. Between 0 through 15, so 15 and lower, he's on Murdoch Boy. This is kind of gives you physical resistance. It also helps debuff removal as far as the debuffs for the non-damaging right there. So that is going to be very good. More on the side for trying to get rid of debuffs or increase physical. So defensive wise, willpower can be also helpful right there as well. I'm going to get more into signature ability later, but that gives a rage. Once you go past 15, meaning you're switching modes, it gives you rage. The rage does nothing in itself, but you can use that for great regeneration, which I'm going to show you how to do as we progress to the later sections in this video. So watch the hit count 15. And then it went down based on using a heavy. Then look at 15 right here. Watch the icons and see how that switched between 15 and 16. And then so that happens. And it will also go back as I go down. Under 15 again, it switched back to that boxing glove looking icon right there. So between 15 and 16, either way is how you switch modes. So controlling that combo. So at 16, this is a very physical when you want to get really aggressive. You got that increased critical rating. Based on any non-damaging debuffs, you get more attack going on as well. So if you have a lot of non-damaging debuffs, you can get some pretty strong attack going on right here. This also reduces the defensive accuracy by 65%. Can be good for some of those fights with the defensive accuracy. That can be difficult at times. We will see on the fights right there to where you can go back to Murdoch mode by going under 15 again. So you rotate between the two. That's a lot about using him, is switching back and forth based on the need. When in this form combined with cruelty from Heavy and Fury, the S2, serious damage ensues. So I'm going to show you how to kind of maximize all that once we progress in this video and we discuss everything. I'm going to show you tips how to maximize. But using this form, that's where he gets those extra damage. And there's several different ways he can get extra damage. Section 6 here is Regeneration on command. For this, you need to have willpower open. So you can get as much as you want. I mentioned a moment ago his signature ability, that rage. Once you go up past that 15 to 16 switching modes, you get a rage. The rage does nothing, but it becomes a passive debuff. It's considered a debuff. With that debuff, if you have willpower, you see that regeneration going right there. So in this case, 33 each time. His regeneration is 40% instead of 100 based on it's so easy, but I'm going to show you how much regeneration it can do. I did speed up this fight to 2.5 times so I don't waste 2 or 3 minutes of your time proving the point. But based on the long distance relationship, staying close gives me weakness. You'll see several weakness debuffs there, but that's giving me serious amounts of regeneration going on. So going to go from the 60s to the 90s in really just a couple of minutes while doing some pretty okay damage, considering I have 8 weaknesses on me going on right there. So great for fights against high amounts of non-damaging debuffs. You saw all the way there at the 94%. Number 7 is going to be the signature ability right there. So with the signature ability, Cineros Saint, so I was showing about that rage, which is a great part of having really regeneration on command. A big part of that. It's also great for these fights like Electro and Korg. Based on Sig, you're going to take reduced. If you have max Sig, you're going to take no damage back on while you're attacking. So very useful in like those Electro or Korg fights. We'll see I'm actually not even taking damage even with the shield here on Korg for some reason right there, even with only a 20 Sig. We did see I was taking very reduced damage against that Electro. Again, if you have it at max Sig, you will not be taking any damage back in these kind of fights. So another great counter for someone like Korg or Electro. So that is part of his signature ability. Part 8 is special attacks. I'm going to start off with special attack 1, 100% chance to boost the critical rating. So another way to boost critical rating, there's a few with DareDevil, Hell's Kitchen, and it gets for 15 seconds. You saw the disorient, that would have been from the synergies I showed you at the beginning of the video. And here, the special 2. This is how you use it. So each hit spends 5. So it's 3 hits, so 15 combo meters you're going to lose right there. The bleed debuffs you get on this, and at the end, the attacker rage debuff is there. But it takes 12 seconds before it comes into a fury. So a big tip on that is you want to be at 30 or under as much as possible once you launch the S2, because that within a half a second will convert that rage into a fury. There might be times you want to wait, and you'll see some fighting like that too, but if you do 30 or under, you're going to get that instant rage. Special 3 gives you the 100% chance for the Righteous Wrath for 70 seconds, a long time. This gives basic attacks a 35% chance to give instant bleed 120% of damage. So some of our tips we're going to see is combining some of these. There are several different tools available on DareDevil Hell's Kitchen to cause increased levels of damage from critical, from bleeds. So number 9, last section, the tips for using. Tip 1 is combining some of these. So if you launch that S3, you got those 70 seconds. Then you can get these heavies going to get these cruelties going. And then you can go ahead and get up to that S2 and get that rage and then convert it into fury going. If you were at 30 or under combo count when you launch the S2, you're going to have that fury in only half a second. If you were over 30, then you're going to have to wait about 12 seconds, but that can also give you a chance to get some more cruelties up at the same time. So that can be fine depending on where you're at with all these different items you might be stacking to increase the damage. So you're going to see as I'm rotating between and stacking those furies on top of the cruelties, and you're going to see this damage. You're going to see red numbers flying everywhere, and you're going to see yellows flying everywhere. Lots of damage. Numbers alone might not be huge, but when you combine it, it goes down quick. Tip 2 is using the heavy attacks to get the combo down to 30. So each heavy is going to be 10 each. So if you're at a 50, you might need to do 2 or 3 heavies, get it down before you launch your S2. That way you're able to convert that rage into a fury right away instantaneously. Again, controlling that hit count, whether going up or going down. So using the willpower mastery to take advantage of this great regeneration potential. Again, we see how quick that goes on up. Have that willpower unlocked when you use them, because you can go from very low to very high very quick. I'm hoping you enjoy the buff as much as I do. It's been a great buff. I'm hoping you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like this video if you found it helpful. Thanks so much for watching. MCOC, Al Bundy Rules.